morning. I want to first say thank you for all the comments and questions. It's generated some incredible conversations that help us all to get to the truth and not be swept away in this fantasy of this trial, which I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be one of the trials of the century. Okay, first let's talk about what we're expecting this week. I think it's going to be probably one of the biggest weeks, although we've had really big weeks so far. And then let's talk about questions and accountability in small religious groups. So let's get after it. This week, we should have one of our biggest weeks this week. We have Douglas Hart on the stand as an FBI agent, and he has recovered tens of thousands, is what I'm hearing now. First I heard over 1,000, and I heard approximately 4,000 texts from Lori's iCloud account. So he's retrieved those, and so far it's revealed so much. He started that on Friday. And of course, they adjourned around noon and had a little extra time. So we're back in court today. We anticipate many more revelations. I'm anticipating, just my guess, that prosecution's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Or they wouldn't have spent so much time earlier in the week with some things that seemed substantial at the time, but we're not able to compare it from last week to what's going on, or even like the early weeks. Okay, so prosecution will probably wrap up. As far as we know, of course, it's under seal. The witnesses are under seal, so we're not going to know before who is on the list and who the defense may call. But I'm anticipating it being fairly brief. Now, it could be really, I hate to use the word crazy, but it could be bombshell after bombshell after bombshell if Lori takes a stand. And so she has had so much confidence in her abilities. I guess it's still a chance. What do you think? Can you put it in the comments below? And then, so I don't think defense is going to take very long. I think maybe 2 days. So if we say prosecution wraps up tomorrow, as my guess, defense possibly 2 days, closing arguments, and then we're going to get this case to the jury. So hopefully we'll have a verdict by the end of the week. If not, I anticipate the first of the week next week for our verdict. Okay, the second thing I wanted to talk about is actually from the comments and our interesting discussions that developed. And we're just going to talk about like small groups it could apply to many small groups, but let's focus more on in a religious organization. And the thing that was missing in this group was questions and accountability. So from what I've found from very successful small groups that increase faith and morality and goodness and kindness and love, is each group member being open and asking others, please hold me accountable if what I'm saying is not matching what I'm doing, and then also talk about what your failures were, and kind of asking each other to let's let it grow. Let's encourage it to grow. It can be extraordinary. So it's humid here and sweat's probably running down my face. One thing I wanted to share, but I can't remember her name, and I haven't taken the time to look at it. Those of you who are deep diving into this case, you'll see that many of the people in this small circle were interviewed and interrogated, and the reporters and the public have requested that those videos be released. So I caught one that was intriguing to me, with a lady that had met these people in one of their conference types of meetings for prepping, and she actually moved from Connecticut to Rexburg. Thank you for your grace in my speech. Idaho. And so in her interrogation or interview with the law enforcement, she revealed that she felt like she was kicked out. And I'm thinking, good deal. And she came to the conclusion that they didn't want to answer very many questions. She said that she's the type of person that questions a great deal and has a lot of questions. And it was okay at first, but the more she questioned, the more she learned, they just kind of ghosted her, which turned out to be a way that she was not sucked into this group. So that's something we always need to remember. Leaders may, in any fashion, we'll just talk about small groups inside Christian. I'm not a Mormon, so I don't know. I've studied a bit, but haven't experienced those beliefs. But it can morph into fantasy in a heartbeat when people are feeling like, gosh, I'm not getting any revelations. And then, oh, I had this amazing dream where God spoke to me and I got this message, and then asking others to translate it. And I don't think they talked about speaking in tongues, but this group believed each other, and then the fire was lit into this, I call it a fantasy world of not being here today, just thinking that you already know what's going to happen in the future. Those false beliefs, as we know, are very dangerous, and they happen at so many levels. So if you know the name of this lady that felt like she was kicked out, I would love to put the link below. Just share it in the comments. Your comments are wonderful, and also have so many subscribers. That is incredible. I remember a time with my garden that I hope to maybe have 50 people that might be interested, and we could learn from each other and not have to make those same mistakes over and over, and just kind of share in our community. And then talking about this trial with the magnitude of it, working through my speech issues, it's really exploded, in my opinion, for me, to have 250 subscribers is big for me. For other people, that might be chump change, and that's okay. That's where we are, and I'm fine with it. I just want to tell you thanks, and I appreciate your comments. And let's see what we have coming this week. It's gonna be a big one. Take care.